This is Dark Eyes back with another deck with a deck profile of my Synchro deck. The deck that my cousin hates. I'm running 2 junk Synchrons. Their abilities are really good. I don't run 3 because I think 2's enough. I run 1 quick draw Synchron. I need to get another one. I just have not found the person that'll trade it. 1 Debris Dragon. I think that's good enough because if you run like 2, you may draw 1. But you cannot use another level 4 monster that I use for a Synchro summon. And it can only be used to Synchro summon a dragon type monster. Synchro card. I'm running 1 top runner. I was running 2, but then I figured out I'm running too many tuners. And top runner, its ability targets are all face-up Synchro monsters you have controlled, or you control, all gain 600 attack. So I mean, like for example, a Stardust Dragon would be 3100, and Red Dragon Archfiend could be 3600. I'm running 1 Steam Synchron. You could run 2, but I think 1's enough because sometimes you won't get all cards out in the field, and then other times you'll end this card. Let's say you have a Quibble Hedgehog and a Steam Synchron on the field, and you've already declared direct attacks with 600 and 800. You can activate Steam Synchron's special ability during your opponent's main phase, after you end, and during their turn, you can immediately Synchro summon. During their turn. If they're in their damage step or main phase. Unknown Synchron is just like a 1-turn card. Or if they activate like Dark Hole or something. This card and your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can summon this dude. And it's not an effect too. I just never realized that. Which means like Phoenix Chain and other cards that would negate abilities will not work for Unknown Synchron. I'm running 1 Jet Synchron. You could run more, but I think 1 Jet Synchron's enough because I don't run Jet Warrior. I have Jet Synchron in here for a level 1 tuner. I don't have many level 1 tuners. And then my last of my tuners is a Nitro Warrior. Or Synchron, I meant. I don't run Nitro Warrior in it, but I just use Nitro Synchron as a level 2 tuner with the rest of my level 2s. Because I don't have many level 2s. I have 1 level 2. That's all. That's my only level 2 in here. I have 2 level 1s, a bunch of level 3s, level 5, and 2 level 4s. Yeah. I want to have a round... Yeah, but those are all my tuners. That's the reason why I run a couple tuners. Now onto my non-tuners. I have Doppel Warrior. Fun card to play whenever you target like Quibble Hedgehog, Junk Synchron's ability, to bring him back from the graveyard. Then you can summon 2 Doppel Warrior tokens, or any tokens, after you Synchro summon with them. I run 1 Synchron Explorer, because let's say you run 2, and then you draw them 2, but you don't have a Synchron in the graveyard. They're kind of useless. So I'm only running 1. I'm running 3 Tuning Wares, because their abilities are powerful. They can act as level 1s or level 2s stars for tuning. And every time you Synchro summon with them, you can draw 1 card. So you can tune like almost any card with those. I'm running 1 Level Eater. I would say one level eater is enough, but you could possibly run like 2. 3 I would say is a little too much. But 2's really good. 2, but I'm only running 1 because I can't find any room for the others. Clear Effector is a powerful effect. Whenever after you Synchro summon using it, basically you draw 1 card and then the Synchro card cannot be destroyed by card effects. The Synchro material the Synchro that you use to Synchro summon with the Clear Effector as a Synchro material would not be destroyed by card effects. So Dark Hole, Bad Aim, and other cards will not affect it. I'm running 3 Quibble Hedgehogs because they can bring themselves back from the graveyard, and they're just a fun card to run with. And also, because they're annoying after you draw 3 and then all 3 are in the graveyard. I'm running 1 Turbo Booster because you can build off of a combo with it. You can special summon it by, if you let's say you normally summon a Quibble Hedgehog, then you can instantly special summon Turbo Booster, which is level 1 on the field, and then you can summon all sorts. I'm running 2 Synchron Carriers. I was running 3, but 2's more than enough because I've always drawn like 3 of them and never drawn a Synchron monster I need. So I'm only running 2 Synchron Carriers because Synchron Carrier's ability, you have a Synchron monster in your hand, you can summon that Synchron monster with the normal summon ability of Synchron Carrier. and I'm running a Speed Warrior. It's a level 2 non-tuner monster. It gains 900 attack whenever it declares an attack, or no, its attack doubles on its first summon. Sorry. And then I'm running my only level 6 card as Junk Giant. The reason is, for example, let's say someone runs a Lava Golem or summons cards on your side of the field that you need to get rid of. You can always tribute a monster for Junk Giant, which is also a fun card because that's a level 6. And I have a couple level 9 or level 8, like level 10s, level 12 in the deck. And then time onto my spell cards. I'm only running 5 spell cards. I'm running a tuning. I would say you could run 2, but 1 tuning is enough. Because if you run, like, say 2 and you activate both, you can send your top 2 cards to the graveyard. Like your best 2 cards from your graveyard, like a monster, a spell, trap, whatever cards. I'm also running 1 Black Pendant, just because it gains 500 life points. Or the opponent loses 500 life points when that card sent to the graveyard, and that monster you control gains 500 attack. Next one is Junk Barrage. I added in just because it's the spell. Just because, let's say you have a Hot Red Dragon Archfiend face up on the field, you attack a. Anyway, I'll demonstrate it. Let's say you have Red Wyvern on the field. Zoom out a little here, and you have, let's say, a Bionic Dragon of the Ice Barrier. And then let's say you have Junk Barrage attack to Red Wyvern. Red Wyvern is a 2400 attack monster. So you can have him attack the Bionic Dragon of the Ice Barrier, dealing 100 damage to the controller, or to the opponent. And then Junk Barrage's ability activates, dealing 2300 more damage to the opponent. So basically, Orso was in defense mode and he destroyed it. And it gets sent to the graveyard. Junk Barrage will deal 2300 damage to the opponent either way. So Junk Barrage is a really fun card to play, and it's a hard card to use at times. And I'm also running 1 Synchronized Realm, because you don't really need to run 2 of these or 3 of these. Because if you're on 1, it's more than enough. Because each time you Synchro Summon, your opponent takes 500 damage. And I've figured out, if you don't Synchro Summon enough, then it's kind of useless. I'm running 1 Synchro Blast Wave. The reason is because I would run more, but I can't really find the space for it. Because it's a complete 40, I believe. Because this card, if you activate it, if you control a Synchro monster, you can instantly destroy any monster on the face up on the field your opponent controls. Destroy 1 monster your opponent controls. Now, onto my traps. One of my favorite traps, Converging Wishes. The ability. Let's say you have Red Wyvern, 2 Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiends, Red Nova Dragon, Cosmic Blizzard in the graveyard. And let's say you summon Stardust. Let's say you summon Stardust Dragon to the field. You activate Converging Wishes, special summon Stardust Dragon to the field. Then that Stardust Dragon gains attack of the Cosmic Blizzard, which is 4,000. It gains the attack of Red Nova, which is 3,500. Ability of 1 Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend, which is another 3,500. My other Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend, which is another 3,500. And the Red Wyvern, which is 2,400. So it would gain all of that attack on top of the 2,500 he already controls, thanks to Converging Wishes. And then Converging Wishes' other ability, if you actually, I think it's from the graveyard, target your 5 Synchros. You banish 1, it can attack another time. So you can attack up to 6 times to end the duel on them. And Stardust Dragon's ability still can get activated, even though, alright, I don't think it can. But it gets banished at the end of the turn, and yeah, you can still activate the ability. So that's a really good spell, really good trap card. And then on to my Mirror Forces. I'm running 2 Mirror Forces because that's the maximum you can run. Plus, they're just a good trap card to have in the end. I'm running 2 Magic Cylinders. And they're really good. They're just an easy, like, protecting your life points simple card. I'm running a Scrap Iron Scarecrow. You don't have to run it, but I'm running 1 just because it's a simple card, because it's not really that big of a card to use at times, because it basically just, you can block 1 attack per turn, and it goes back face down. Now, Synchro Strike gains 5. That Synchro monster, for every Synchro material you've used to Synchro summon him, he gains 500 attack. For every Synchro material he used. My next one is a Localized Tornado. I would suggest running 2. I only got 1 for now, because this shuffles all cards from your hand and graveyard back to the deck. So basically, you'll get a rerun. Next one. It is my Synchro Call. Target I think it's a tuner. Nope, target any monster out of your graveyard. Summon it. Then you can use Synchro card. You can Synchro summon using Synchro materials you control, including the summoned monster. It doesn't have to be a tuner or not. So it's just a power, and it can only be used to summon a dragon type or a fiend type dark. It's a dark dragon. It's a dark dragon or fiend type Synchro monster. My next card is a Solemn Warning. I would run 2, but I think 1 is enough, because you don't always need to draw a Solemn Warning for a reason, because it negates a summon, spell, or trap card, but you'll already have some strong monsters in the field that will also negate the effects. And my last trap card is my Reject Reborn. One of my favorite trap cards. They declare a direct attack. You can basically negate the attack and summon a Synchro monster from your graveyard to the field and a tuner monster from your graveyard to the field. And then that's basically all the monster spells and traps. Now onto my Synchros. I'm running 2 Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiends. They're powerful with their abilities. They call for 2 tuners and a non-tuner. One or more non-tuners. During your main phase, you can activate their ability, destroy all monsters but the Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend on the field, or during either player's battle phase, when a spell or trap card is activated, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. And it gains 500 attack because of that. I'm running 1 Red Nova. The reason I'm running 1 is because I don't really summon him often, because he's a good card, but I don't need him on the field all the time. And though it can banish monsters and everything. My next card is a Red Wyvern. Red Wyvern is a powerful card. Let's say you have, for example, a Red Nova Dragon on the field or a Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend on the field, and their attack is raised. Then you can activate Red Wyvern's ability to equal that same attack.
Your computers.
Okay, my next card is 1 Stardust Dragon. You could run 2, but 1 is more than enough for a Stardust Dragon on the deck. My next one is a Bryonic Dragon of the Ice Barrier. It's a powerful card. It's a 6-star tuner, but non-tuner Synchro, sorry. But it's also, its ability is good, but sometimes you won't need to activate it. Next one is TG Hyper Librarian. Every time you Synchro, it's a 5-star non-tuner Synchro monster, spellcaster. Every time you Synchro summon, you draw 1 card. But that card must be face up on the field to resolve the effect. 1 Armatus Keeper of the Boundaries. I was running 2, but 1 is more than enough to summon it. Because it negates all abilities. It cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. So basically, Mirror Force, Magic Cylinder, a bunch of trap cards cannot be activated. I'm running 1 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend to destroy all face-up monsters in attack position pretty easily. It's a fun card to use whenever you're back against a corner. You can Synchro summon an 8-star. And your opponent has a bunch of high attack position monsters. That card can just wipe them all out. Next one is a Red Dragon Archfiend. This card is used to summon Red Nova Dragon. But I don't use them all the time because if you don't attack with all monsters, the monsters that did not declare an attack get destroyed. Another card I use is Cell Synchron. I use a Cell Synchron because it's just a powerful Synchron tuner monster. It's a Synchron tuner monster. So you can Synchro summon any monster you want. If you use let's say Quick Draw Synchron, his level will go to 1. It cannot go to 0. Next card is a Phonon Pulse Dragon. It can change its level between 1 to 3 or stay as a 4-star. It's a 4-star Dragon type, Dark Attribute, Synchro tuner monster. Next one is a Clearwing Synchro Dragon. The Clearwing Synchro Dragon's ability is powerful whenever it comes up against level 5. Whenever it comes up against a level 5 or higher monster, and its ability gets activated. you can destroy that monster, which is a fun card to activate whenever they have all sorts of cards on the field. Next card is my Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, King Calamity. It's one of my favorite and one of my hardest cards to beat. The reason is, it destroys a monster. The opponent basically takes 4,000 damage if it's in attack position, or if it's in defense position and he destroys it, the opponent takes that attack and everything. And if it gets destroyed, any level 8, I think it is. Wait. Any level 8 or lower Dark Dragon type Synchro monster gets destroyed. If it gets destroyed, it would be Bone on Pulse Dragon gets summoned, Red Dragon Archfiend, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend can get summoned to the field. Any of these three could get summoned to the field without when it's destroyed. You could use any of these 4 to summon them too. But it has to be a non-tuner. It has to be one of these 2 to help summon them. Non-tuner Dragon type monster. Synchro monster. And then last but not least, my Cosmic Blizzard Dragon. It's basically like a shooting Quasar Dragon, but Cosmic Blizzard Dragon can basically activate one of the 3 effects pretty easily. So, that's my Synchro deck. That was my monsters, spells, and traps for my Synchro deck. So, yeah. Powerful deck. Also, it's a very hard deck to create at times. So, yeah. I've upgraded it, changed it up, still working with it, and everything. Hope you like. Bye.